Alright, it is Friday, early February, and I am heading to the junkyard. I finally got a text that they have a 97-01 Cherokee, so I'm going to go check that out. I got the text yesterday, so it was either put on the lot yesterday or the day before. I'm hoping that with all the rain yesterday, nobody really touched it, and since it's a work day today, there's a good chance that very few people will have looked at it. So as I showed earlier in the video, my Black Widow Jeep needs a passenger side window. I fully suspect that my neighbor knocked that out with a riding lawnmower. She loves to scalp her yard with the guard up. I can't prove that a rock hit my window, but I have no other explanation. It definitely wasn't broken into. So for that reason, I need one of those. I want a OEM air intake. I want to take the cold air out of this vehicle. The dust just kills it all the time. It's so hard to keep clean when I'm traveling, so I just want to get rid of it. I don't really think it does me any good anyway. It was there when I bought it. And then there are a couple of other things that I want to look at and see if there are other parts on the vehicle that I could possibly take. So that's my plan. We'll see what happens. Alright, so I decided not to grab my tools. I want to go check out the Cherokee and make sure it's not a Grand Cherokee. I've been duped before more than once here by them mislabeling the wrong vehicle, so let's go take a look. And there she is. So pretty much stock 98 Sport. And the window that I need. So I am going to take that out. I'll grab my tools and see what else is in here that I can possibly use before I walk away from it. That dome light won't fit mine, so don't have to worry about that. I was going to get one of those. I think mine's completely shot. Hasn't worked in forever. This looks to be in pretty good shape too, so I might go ahead and grab this one. Had to have been brought from up north because there is just so much rust on this. You usually don't see this much in North Carolina. It's an 8.25, which I could use, but not this one. And I'm not in the mood to take this out, but look at that shock. I mean, the whole thing is just completely rusted out. Alright, so as I was getting set up to get working on the window, I actually noticed that this latch works. I have been in a ton of XJs and I have never found a latch that works. I looked on their price list and I can actually just take off the latch. It's a couple of bucks. That is definitely coming with me. Alright, so I actually watched Matt from Bleepin' Jeep remove one of these, and I think I have everything I need to do it. This is an electric window, so I am going to have to use the battery trick that he showed. Hopefully that works for me, but we're going to find out here soon enough. Need to get the panel off and get the glass down, and hopefully it should pop right out. We'll see. So according to Matt, I need to strip these two wires a little bit and then put my leads on it from the battery. Should make it go up and down. We'll see how that works. Well, the battery that I brought didn't actually work. I didn't have it charged, so luckily I had this one in my drill. It was a little bit more difficult to get the connection points since it's buried in the plastic there with the alligator clips, but I think I finally have it. I got it to move, and this should bring it down the rest of the way so that I can get at these bolts and take the window out. And there is my window. It's in really good shape, no scratches. So I'm gonna put some rags around that, put that in the wheelbarrow, and start working on the air intake. But really happy about that. I didn't film the whole process just because Matt did such a good job over at Bleep and Jeep showing me how to do that, and that's how I figured out what to bring, and it worked out really well. Well, after another 20 minutes, it ended up being a complete fail. The bolts were completely rusted. That one broke off. I was working it from the top and the bottom. That one barely came off. And then while I was working on this one, the whole unit just cracked apart. So, a fail. I was really hoping to snag this, but I guess I'll just have to wait. I did get my glass. That was more important to fix the other Jeep. I've been looking around while I was waiting for other people to work on this thing because we're trying to work in the same area, and I didn't really see anything else that I wanted. So I got that latch, I got my window, and I'm going to grab some of the hardware. I always grab a few screws and whatever I can find, and sometimes they charge me, sometimes they don't, but it's worth it. I'm also going to snag a couple of more rings because I always find use for those. So if you look in these PT Cruisers, there's usually some nice ones there. These ones are rusted out in this one. I've already looked, but there's some minivans around here that have some pretty nice rings on them. This one, nope, but I did see them in another area, I think a row or two over. So I'm gonna pick up my tools and start to head out. So on the Grand Cherokees, they have these kind of clips, so I'll grab a couple of those. And here in a Pacifica, they have these nice little square ones. I use those a lot as well. All right, so overall that was a win. I got my glass and I did get some other stuff for free, which was a bonus, something that I wasn't expecting with that latch. And I would have liked to have stayed a little bit longer, but I need to meet somebody to sell some stuff at my place. So for that reason, I couldn't hang around as long as I would have liked to. Kind of bummed about that air box, but sometimes those things happen. This place is literally just a few minutes from where I live, so the next time I get an alert, I will be back. And I apologize about all the wind noise. Even though I had the dead cat on, it still picked up quite a bit. It is really gusty winds here, so it didn't do too bad considering. But for now, that's it. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like or unlike button, and talk to you next time.